Hello there. I'm Father Ed Nadali from Sacred Heart in East Berlin with the Father Nadali Good News Fund. You know, we hear a lot of people saying they are anti-abortion, and many people are very anti-abortion. But I have two young ladies who are not just anti-abortion, but they are also pro-life in a very concrete, spiritual way. My one lady on the right is Teresa Krankowski, who is the director of the St. Gerard Center on Maple Avenue in Hartford, and her co-director, Deborah Camerati, who came over today to discuss. Something happened today. But just take, here it is. Here it is tonight. What happened today? You said you had a great day. What do you mean you had a great day? Did you go out shopping? Did you go to the mall? You buy some new shoes? What did you do? That was such a great day.
Okay. Would you like to go first? Okay. Essentially our program, St. Gerard Center for Life, is right across the street from the Hartford GYN, the abortion facility. And one of the things that we do is we reach out in love and compassion with the love of Jesus Christ to any mother that is walking in toward the abortion clinic. And we pray out there, we sidewalk counsel, and we just walk up to the mothers and give them information about our program and tell them that we'll give them all the love and support that they need in order to have their baby, because their baby is precious, unique, and unrepeatable. And so today what was so exciting was that two mothers chose life for their babies. And one, what's so beautiful is a woman that Deborah had reached out to, and it was just so beautiful because actually, interestingly, they have the same name. And this mother was very far along in her pregnancy. She was 17 weeks, and she was feeling very despairing and scared and afraid. And so Deborah, of course, reached out to her with great love and told her that we would support her and help her in any way. And we were very excited because later, afterwards, this mother came to our program. And then we had a second mother who chose life. And would you like to tell about that?
Okay, all right. Well, the second mother was really more an incredible story. Maybe we'll both help each other on that.
How old were these two young ladies?
One was 21. And the other, I don't know how.
Was in her 20s.
She was in her 20s.
They were teenagers.
No.
No. And I believe, I don't know about the one you encountered more than I did. The one I encountered, this was not her first pregnancy. You know, this was a subsequent pregnancy for her. And in fact, she mentioned to me that she had previous abortions, 2 of them, and she in the past, and she was very, very in gratitude to us that we were there, because before St. Gerard Center for Life was there, she had those 2 other abortions. But today, I approached her, and I literally started getting into her life and her problems right there on the sidewalk, right in front of the little coin meter, you know, just putting coins in.
Did you put your quarter in?
And I said to myself, you know what, I'm not waiting until I get in the office. I'm going to just start helping her right here as I stand. What's happening? Why is he leaving you? What can we do about this? And so that's exactly how, the approach that this first young lady that we're talking about got. And so she is just, it went from this loneliness of her going in towards a death trap and a ruin, to talking about how her first daughter is so excited because she, when she told her about this baby that was coming, because she wants a brother or sister, and so it's it's an amazing turnaround. This is very common.
Is this the one that had abortions in between?
She had a couple abortions in the past and said no. She never. No one approached her. She was there alone, and she walked in there alone, and there was nobody there. And that was before St. Gerard's Center for Life existed, that she did that. So this was an amazing difference in her life, and she's so appreciative. And in fact, we talked about how we could work at helping the father of the baby come back into her life. Once she gets going, gets all the support, all the stuff comes her way, and there's an improvement in her job and in her apartment, and it might look a little easier to the young man after a while, that maybe it's not such a burden after all. And she's very confident already today that she will be able to draw him back towards her, because he is in fact the father of the baby. And
how old would he be?
You know, I don't know. I didn't ask that question.
But she would be what, 20?
She's 21, but I don't know, you know.
So she's had 2 abortions and another child beside that?
Yeah.
She's 21, so when do you think she's had the first child? 13, 14?
I don't know.
Wow. A poor kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, she didn't express any regrets about that, actually, about you know, being young and having, you know, a baby. And we also understand that not just here in American culture, but there are many cultures that, in immigrants that come towards us in Connecticut and in Hartford, in the Hartford area, and so people from other cultures are very used to having younger. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so
younger mothers.
Yeah.
Well, what was the other story?
And the other one that was so fantastic was, well, as we shared many other times, that our mothers, we call them the apostles for life, because what they do is they go out and spread the word about our program. And, you know, if a girl they know is considering abortion, they'll try to talk to her and tell them to come to our center for support and help. And one of our mothers who was going into, they have a Hartford behavioral health unit right by the clinic, and so she goes there for treatment. And so as she was going in, she saw this girl completely in tears, so upset, and so she said, please, I'll come, and you can come to St. Gerard's, they'll help you, and with whatever you need. And so the girl was just so distraught, and so she came, and she was just in tears. I mean, when she first saw me, she just like cried in my arms, and just saying that she was just really afraid and scared, and her boyfriend had wanted her to have an abortion, and actually he wanted her to abort the previous baby that she had, but she had chosen life for her daughter. And so, but what was so exciting was that this woman was actually she was like near ready to have the abortion. I mean, she had taken her clothes off, she had the scrubs on, wow. She was ready to do it, but she had as I said, we pray in front of the clinic there, and so Bob Dean, who's one of the board members, he was out there praying, myself and Deborah, and she could see us from downstairs praying, and she specifically zeroed in on Bob because he's very tall, and she said, I just saw that elderly man out there with those, you know, rosary beads, and she said, she goes, I knew he was praying. And so just, you know, seeing us out there, she goes, he must be praying, and this must be wrong if he's out there praying, you know, against this. So she even realized herself that this was not right. So then, as I said, she came outside, and then she ran right into our other mother, which I can't say her name, but I'll just say Elaine, that's not her name. But she ran into Elaine, and then Elaine brought her to St. Gerard's, and she's, you know, going to have her baby. And we just said we'll just work through things, you know, one step at a time. What happens with these girls is they just feel so overwhelmed, they feel so crushed, and then if somebody starts to pressure them, whether it's the boyfriend or a mother, they just feel that they don't know what else to do, so they just feel like in desperation they just go to the abortion mill. And then, you know, but then when they come to our program, we just take one step at a time, try to unravel all the issues and all the concerns, and just continually give them that love and support, so that the whole situation won't seem overwhelming, that they'll be able to just handle it and be at peace. And this girl, I mean, I'm certain that she felt that peace as she was leaving. She couldn't stop thanking me.